If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Hello, I'm Tom Roberts from the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we've got a busy week ahead starting today, Wednesday the 17th. Hope you're watching this in time and not just a tape replay to get by and enjoy, as Renaissance Bank in downtown Childersburg is going to be helping celebrate the 200th birthday, the bicentennial of the state of Alabama, with cake and punch today starting at 10 a.m. And as good as their special treats usually are, you best get there in a hurry because even a large supply can go quickly. Also, something I'm awfully excited about, the CACC STEM camp. That's science, technology, engineering, and math camp that they've got coming up next week. But you need to get in touch with them and get signed up, get officially registered. It'll take place next Monday through Thursday, the 22nd through the 25th from 8 until 3 every day. The number to call to get registered is 256-378-2002. That's 378-2002. And also this weekend, a very big weekend as far as shopping is for back to school. It's the tax-free weekend, and all of our area municipalities are participating. The county is participating. The state is participating. So if you want to get all the back to school stuff in your shopping cart and not have to pay sales tax on it, this is the weekend to do it. And I'm glad to hear. I talked with Charles Isbell last night at the council meeting, and Jerry's Gifts has a lot of back to school stuff. And they're not open on Saturdays and Sundays. They are on Friday, and they'll be participating in the back to school tax-free weekend, but they're going ahead. They are going ahead and paying the taxes for the customers for anything back to school that they buy, and probably a few extra things. We also have this Friday, we have a handful of state parks in our area, Chehaw State Park, Wind Creek State Park, and Oak Mountain State Park. And this Friday, all the state parks in the state, including those in our neighborhood, are allowing you to have free admission to the park all day on Friday, and they have discounts up to 20%, I think it is, if you stick around overnight. And I love, I've gone camping at each one of those, and I just love it. But to the point of today's show, a very heartfelt Merry Christmas to the First Lady of Christmasburg, and that's Trish Wesson. No, we're not officially changing the name, but the theme certainly takes a turn toward the holidays in November, and it's become a tradition to just go wild decorating downtown Childersburg in the Christmas holiday theme, and setting it up for the big gathering of folks, and people come from all over to see us flip the switch and turn the Christmas lights on. But it's a little bit more than that. The day or the evening is also set aside to do something special to honor special segments of our society. We had the first responders, and that's not going to change this year. We're going to be doing something again on that front. So we have at least tentatively, semi-officially through Facebook chatter, the Historical Preservation Commission has approved that date to correspond with another big event that they're having. So we've got a date, right?
Yes, November the 23rd.
That's so we got a lot of work to do between now and then.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We've already got several churches that are going to be joining us, preparing. Grace Baptist Church, First Baptist Church, and so many more citizens already saying, I want to help, I want to be involved. And so it's such a fun and exciting time for Childersburg, and at Christmas time, and putting the spotlight on our little town and the citizens coming together, Tom, and having such a good time.
An awful lot of people have participated the last couple of years, and that's a huge key, because one person cannot possibly do it all themselves, and it takes a team. It takes people working together. I like to say I've noticed on several occasions over the last two falls, people that don't particularly like each other standing next to each other, helping each other decorate downtown Childersburg, and that's what this is all about. It brings the community together. It gets us a lot of attention. There's a national magazine that's coming to do a story. It was a little late last year for them to get it out in a national monthly publication, but they've told me they're coming. They're going to take pictures, and they're going to be excited to share the story of Childersburg. And I know you shy away from taking the credit, and most important things do happen better when nobody worries over who gets credit. But you've provided an awful lot of very positive leadership in this, and you can get folks to answer the call better than any individual I think I've ever met before in my life. So kudos to you for putting in the time and effort to get everybody organized. And that's a big part of it. It's not just motivating people, it's organizing them, because you know what needs to be done. You've got your list, and you assign people to the list according to what they want to do. And I appreciate that so much. So what's new and different this year?
Well, this year we are honoring our teachers this year. We've honored our first responders. We've honored our veterans. And this year we'll be honoring our teachers in our community this year, because they do have such a positive impact on our city and on our students. And I just thought that was a wonderful cause. We've got some surprises I can't really talk about today, but it's going to be really fun. And we're going to have some more things for our children to do as they're coming through the little town after our tree lighting. And so, and you don't have to just be from Childersburg. Anywhere you want to come and join us, we're open arm in Childersburg and participate in all the fun, Tom.
I do know that when we brought Santa Claus to Kiwanis Park, he was overwhelmed the last 2 years, and it happened in a big hurry the first year. I mean, it was kind of quiet down there as he was setting up, and then the crowd showed up. Well, last year, it was that way from the get-go.
It was.
When he got there way early, the kids were already lined up at the park for him.
He was.
And it's an exciting time for him. He says, you know, I don't think I've ever done an event that was quite this much fun, but boy, it wore me out.
We're going to try to help him out a little bit this year. We're going to have a Santa's workshop so we can have the children busy building some toys to help Santa out while they're standing in line and waiting on him. Give him a little break a little bit.
And we have set a tradition where people come together, they work hard to help make this big night possible, but it lasts longer than just that one night. That's just where the focus is on that night, but there's plenty of other opportunities to come see the beautiful decorations and the bright lights and that sort of thing. But it's difficult to top last year. Last year you had to work hard to top the year before. This year it's even tougher. I want to get to the point, as we discussed yesterday, of making it doggone impossible to outdo ourselves year to year. Just set those standards very, very high. And I'll have to say, I know you've gone above and beyond in some of those special things that we're just not saying yet. Are going to be, I liken it to Christmas morning and coming down and finding out what Santa brought.
Right.
That's the kind of feeling you're going to have when you see the things that this lady and her team of volunteers have put together. A lot of work to do, so come climb on board. And I'll have to say, shifting the subject just a little bit, I was so excited to see what happened all across South Talladega County this last weekend. It started as a project from one particular church that was taken to another level by the Solocaga Chamber of Commerce leadership class as they adopted Serve Day. And the first Serve Day was this past weekend, and it extended all across the greater Coosa Valley. There were people out working, picking up trash, painting, making repairs in run-down neighborhoods. They were out getting schools prepared for back to school, and it is such a heartwarming thing. The first estimates, because that's the number of people who officially signed up before the event, was 300. as far as I can tell, it was closer to 700 or 800 people that were out working, and we can do more and we can do better, and this is another one of those serve opportunities. So work your magic. Look straight in that camera and invite them to come on out and be a part of what you're doing.
We do want you to come on out and be a part of this, and we want you to be a part of bringing it all together. And I do have to brag on our city council and our mayor, because they're so supportive. And then our local churches and our local citizens, they're just so supportive, and they just have so much fun helping me bring all this together. So we're excited, and we thank you very, very much.
They set a volunteerism standard, I think, that is second to none in any city councils I've been around. Just for example, ball season. Your husband, several other of the council members are always back in the back at the concession stands doing the hard work, cooking and running the window, and other city employees come play a part in that, and it's a good feeling, not just because they're setting a standard for other people to follow and come back, but that's an important one. Parents want to be, and grandparents, they want to be able to enjoy their kids playing.
Right.
And you can't do that when you're running a concession stand. Yeah. So that relieves some pressure on those folks. And it sets a standard that if our city leaders are doing the same types of things and getting actively involved in things, and there are churches, there are other civic organizations and other fantastic people that are getting involved, and this is what makes a community special. If you want to put a special touch and take away reasons people have to be negative about the community, this is it, because it sparks positive things. And if you don't think that people that we're looking toward to make an investment either in industrial jobs or needed retail or restaurants or any of those kind of things, if you think they're not paying attention when we do things together, you're wrong.
Right.
That's one of the most positive things that we can do to convince somebody, you know, these people are supportive.
Right.
That's a huge factor, because they're business people. They're all about the dollars and cents, and they want to have that feeling that the community is behind them.
Right.
That the community is going to support them the way they support other things, and coming out in force for things like Serve Day and the Christmas tree lighting and getting ready for the Christmas tree lighting. This is huge. It's absolutely vital to the future of a community, and that's why I appreciate you so much. You don't like me to do it, but I always pat you on the back, because without your leadership, without your motivating skills and your organizational skills, a lot of this wouldn't happen, and that's what we need to spark other things like it to happen. Wow. So thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's important. Hey, viewership goes up when you're on. This lady knows how to make friends.
Well, I love people. I really do love people. And I think one thing about Childersburg and the leadership right now is each citizen's opinion matters to them. You may not agree with them, but I'm telling you, each citizen matters to them. And it's our community, and everybody's contribution makes a difference.
We're not perfect. Individually, collectively, there's always going to be things that we can do better, problems that need to be addressed. But when you've got people that are honest to goodness trying, we can set aside our differences and work together.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the spirit of what we're talking about. So how do we get started? How do we get started? I know you've got some people already, but how do they get involved directly? Say, I want to help.
Right. You can go to the Childersburg and surrounding community and go to Trish Wesson on my Facebook, and you can say, hey, I want to be a part, and give me a contact number, and I'll be glad to plug you in. It's just so much fun, and everybody just works so well together, and the businesses get so excited. So you just contact me through Facebook, and we'll get you plugged in.
All right. I appreciate it so much, you being here, and let's make this the biggest and best ever, and let's make that job next year in 2020 the most difficult thing that we've ever had to tackle, because we're going to have our work set out to outdo this year. Thank you very much. I'm Tom Roberts from the Greater Coosa Valley Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate you being here.